Traveler Whiskey Full Proof.
Foolproof, baby. I don't know, man. Welcome once again to Chill Filtered, the podcast where we drink whiskey so you don't have to. But you probably are, you probably should, and you know all the business. Hey, that's why we like you. Speaking of business, here's a way you can support us. We mentioned this, I believe, last week, but we do have a Patreon, patreon.com/chillfiltered. If you get on the $10 tier or more, hey, we're couriering out some samples for the next 3 months this month. Great time to hop aboard so that you can partake in those drink-alongs. If you're not familiar with drink-alongs, check out our series of them on the live streamed YouTubes. And check out our channel. And another way you can support us is subscribe. So that's the business for this week. Let's get to the podcast. Today we're drinking
little extended business a little.
Ooh.
Do we want to say what we're drinking, what the quarterly samples are here?
Yeah, we should probably mention that.
Yeah, because if you're considering joining at the $10 tier, the drink alongs for the next 3 months include Jack Daniel's Heritage Toasted, very cool. Now this one is super unique. Delbach Sentinel. They came out with a special release, just a single barrel for Trevor's so far. They haven't done any other single barrels of this.
I didn't know that.
Cask strength Sentinel. So it's that MGP rye that's mesquite charcoal mellowed, and I think finished in a mesquite something cask. But yeah, at cask strength. This is the only bottling they've done at cask strength. So we're doing that one too. And then lastly, my most interested is Sagamore 10. We managed to pick up some Sagamore 10s. So that's going out too. Yeah,
that'll be a good one. And they're just hitting that $10 or 10-year mark, right? As a distillery.
They are, though.
Sagamore 10 a lot.
Correct. Yeah. They kind of, you just have to be alert and aware of what you're getting from them, because they have their own distillate stuff and they have their MGP stuff, and they don't really, it says distilled in Indiana, but they don't make it very clear in like marketing branding, like this is our own, other than the fact that some of their releases are bottled in bond.
Interesting. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Sweet. But to be very clear, this Sagamore 10-year is MGP for sure.
Oh, for sure. That makes sense. Are they doing any of their own stuff at Sagamore, though? Are they distilling?
Yeah, heck yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So bottled in bond, they distilled it.
Duh.
They've been aging it. Their bottled in bond is up to 7, maybe even 8, actually. So they're getting very close to 10 on their own distillate.
That's cool. Sweet. So you could be a part of that. I mean, what would you pay at a bar for that? More than $10, my friends.
Probably. Yeah,
hop
absolutely.
on the patreon.com. So I like that for the extended business. Speaking of business, for the third time, probably saying that. What are you drinking? What are you entry buzzing on? What are you thinking? How's life? I feel like it's been more than a week, but it's been a week.
I know. Yeah, it really has. It's kind of like we didn't really talk about life last week.
That's true.
Because I think we just talked about the meetup the entire time. So it doesn't really feel like, I was thinking like, I haven't really talked about Emma in at least like a week.
Yeah.
You know what? The episode before last was the Whiskey Shaman one. So like, we didn't really talk about like life much either then. So yeah.
So that's really why.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So what am I drinking? So today we are drinking the Rare Character TKO. That's what won the Instagram battle here. Got the pink top. That's how you know it's a TKO. This one's from the winery something. I don't even know where. I just managed to pick it up online. But to prepare me for this, I have a buffet of other TKOs. So I'm just doing TKOs to warm up here. So this one's called Classified.
Okay.
I've got a recent release from Trevor's that has a beautiful AI sloth on it here. I actually haven't sipped this yet, so I'm pretty excited to give it a shot. And then a sample from a buddy here. This one's called Sonny's Secret Stash. It's a TKO.
Oh, I was like, it looks pretty empty to me, but that makes sense. You already poured it.
Yeah, it's just a little 1 ouncer. So 3 little TKOs. Obviously, I want to leave a little bit so I can compare it to the one we're drinking today, with my ultimate goal here of giving like a main through line. Like if you're not familiar with TKOs at all, I'll at least be able to tell you that they all seem to have X quality. So we'll see.
Yeah. That's cool.
What about you? What are you drinking?
I just grabbed the nearest 10-year-ish rye I could grab on the thing behind me, which is Parker's Heritage 10-year rye.
Ooh,
This was a
nice.
batch, what is it, 13 or whatever? I forget.
Yeah. 16, 17?
16 sounds about right.
I think it's up there. Yeah.
It's gotta be somewhere in here. Although it's not. It's nowhere.
I'm gonna take 17 and I'm gonna Google it real quick.
I'm gonna say 16 actually. I think you were right there. And Google that, John.
10-year straight rye. The 17th edition of Parks Heritage is a 10-year straight rye.
Dang. You got me. Hey, I just edited the re-entry buzz, and you got me good on that one too. And I thought it was a Heaven Hill product, but it was not. I think it was the Infinite. You won that one.
Oh, is that what's coming out next?
No, yeah, I just released it like an hour ago.
Oh, I didn't even notice. Actually, I didn't see the notification. That's funny. I gotta go and segment it. I'll do that right now.
Eventually.
yeah.
So tell me about Emma. I know she's walking now. I think we might have mentioned that.
Yeah, she's cruising around. I think. Okay, so like ear infections, they're common with kids, but is it common enough that like your kids would have an ear infection and then like 2 weeks of being in the clear and then an ear infection for another week? It's almost like 33% of the time she's got an ear infection almost.
That's Gray with hand, foot, and mouth, apparently.
Oh, gross.
She got it 3 times in the last 3 or so months. And you're like, don't you like develop some sort of immunity? But luckily it's getting better. Like there's shorter symptoms each time. But like everyone at school is getting it, and then she gets it again. It's crazy. Yeah. So I don't know about ear infections. I know some kids much more than others.
Yeah.
But yeah, sometimes other things. I don't know.
Yeah, she's been like just right on the edge, at least for the last like week, where we're like, is it coming back? Because her nose is running like crazy, and she keeps kind of like reaching up and like touching her ear and kind of pulling on it a little bit and stuff. So anyway, fortunately, we've got her 15-month checkup here on Friday. I got to take her in, so they'll be able to take a look then, I guess. But anyway, when she's not being bothered by ear infection stuff, she's just been hilarious and fun and adorable and just smiling. It's great.
Oh, I know Robbie, his daughter, I believe it was Finley, dealt with a lot of ear infections, so he might know.
Yeah,
he'll answer later when he's editing this episode for the audio.
I love when we get the little messages from Robbie. Like you can tell he's mid-listen right now on the pre-release.
Yeah, exactly. No, that's great.
So, hi, Robbie.
Happy little girl. She just maybe it was bacon for the first time, or was it just bacon?
It wasn't for the first time, but she hasn't. It's only been maybe 2 or 3 times that I've given her bacon, because like Sam, believe it or not, doesn't really like bacon very much. Just like that, like salty savory, it's just she's not that much of a salty savory person, but I of course love bacon, and so I was very happy that Emma also appears to love bacon too. I gave her an entire piece, and she was just like gnawing on it and like holding it up to her face like she loves it. And so I got a picture of her with a piece of bacon like right up against her the bridge of her nose, and like you can see one of her eyes because her head's kind of off to the side. You can see one of her eyes, and it's like crossed over, like she's staring at the piece of bacon that's like on her forehead. It's a great picture.
I love it. Good old bacon. So wait, if Sam's not a sweet or a salty savory, what is she?
She so apparently when
what
she was
can you
young,
even be? No, I'm kidding.
yeah. Well, it's funny too, because you'd think the opposite of that would be like sugary sweet, but I mean, she likes some sugary sweets and she likes some savory, meaty, but in general, it's not like oh yeah, I love whatever. And her voice isn't even this deep anyway. I don't know why I'm doing this.
Totally, Sam. Nailed it.
Yeah, totally. But she is a pasta fiend, man. Ooh. She could eat pasta every day for the rest of her life, probably.
I'm on that team.
Yeah.
I also, recently I was asked pasta or burgers at work. It was like one of those icebreaker questions. And I was like,
Yeah.
that's a hard one
Ooh,
because
not
pasta is like, I could literally never get tired of pasta, but I could probably get tired of burgers eventually. But I probably like burgers as like a in the moment thing more. But like I
yeah.
said, I could eat pasta till I die.
Yeah, if you got to make the long-term decision there,
Yeah.
I get it. But yeah, no,
Like
I'm
desert island versus favorite now. Yeah.
for sure. Burgers
Mhm.
over pasta all day for me, for sure. I'm a
Okay.
burger guy, but number one, I'm a pizza guy. I could never
Nice.
stop eating pizza.
Speaking of which, we're prepping our pizza barrel for our next single barrel,
Yeah, that's
so
right.
it can be finished in a pizza barrel.
Yep. We blended up a bunch of pepperoni and cheese
Mhm.
and sauce. So it's a nice
Sauce.
gloopy mixture. We filled a whole barrel with it. We're going to let it sit for about 6 months and then we'll dump it and then we'll
Yep.
put our whiskey in.
Yep. And it's still straight bourbon in this case because it was finished in a barrel filled with pizza. It wasn't pizza additive. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah. And, next time too, we're going to have to go fully matured in a pizza barrel.
that's true. From day one distillate. Yep. Oh, that's
17-year
funny.
Kentucky straight bourbon, fully matured in a pizza
Could you
barrel.
imagine? Oh my goodness, that'd be nasty. We got to
Oh
think of
man,
something though.
talking about food, actually, I know Cole loves Salad and Go. If you're fortunate
Yes.
enough, if you're listening to this and you're fortunate enough to live in a place that has Salad and Goes, you are living it up. But did
Hmm.
you ever eat EG's much when you lived in Arizona?
Once? No, never.
Because
I
were they
I
Tucson
heard about
only?
it. Basically I think I remember the name so well that I kept thinking I gotta go there. But then I
Yeah,
never went there while I lived in Phoenix, and it was like new to Phoenix. What was it, Californian franchise or something like that?
I'm not sure actually. I'm not sure
Yeah, I want
where
to
it
say
came
Tucson.
from, but now that I think about it, I am pretty sure that it was Tucson only until maybe just only like 2 or 3 years ago, maybe. So I
That
guess
sounds
I
about right.
get
Yeah,
why
it
you
is
might not have.
Tucson started, and then it moved to
Oh,
Phoenix. And I think it
wow.
started in maybe it was Chandler first in the Valley.
Hmm,
I forget.
yeah. There's one on my way home from work, so we grabbed some EGs today, and it's
Did you
like
get?
I always
Uh,
forget how good it is, but like when I get it and I'm eating it, I'm like, oh my gosh, how do I always forget this is this good? But then
nice.
then later I'm like, EG's, it's just like sandwiches, right? It's not that big of a deal. And then you get it and you're like, oh yeah, I'm doing the low voice
So
again.
is the sandwich the good part, or is the like they got like EGs,
The
which
slushies, yeah.
are frozen drink things? What's the
Yeah,
best?
I'm not a huge slushy dude. They're pretty good, and like sometimes they'll have seasonal flavors that are super unique, and like
Mm-hmm.
they're actually pretty good. But I never ever like crave an EG where I'm like, oh, I really
Yeah.
want a slushy right now. That's just not my thing.
Yeah. Well, I normally don't like slushies, especially like icy slushies from like 7-Eleven or something like that.
Yeah.
But there's this brand that started in Philadelphia, like this franchise brand. It's called Rita's, and actually, there's one in Tempe,
Hmm.
near. There's a few, I think, in the valley, but one is near ASU, and the first week or the first day or so that I had to travel to Phoenix for my job before my
Mhm.
wife even got there, I think I had to fly in for a day, work one day, have a 3-day weekend in which that 3-day weekend I moved to Phoenix. So I came, flew back, drove down, and in that day that I flew I flew down before I went back, I hit up Rita's because I hadn't hit that up in a while,
Nice.
and had to get something. It's a Philly brand, and I grew up on it, and I needed it, so yeah, I got
Oh
it.
no. I
But
regret to inform you that all the
oh,
Phoenix locations are permanently closed.
well, that sucks. They'll survive
Oh,
in Philly. It's one of those things like Salad and Go where it's everywhere in Philly. And it just expanded, hugely in the Philadelphia area. But
yeah. There
that's the
were
thing is like can see it. But what surprises me is it doesn't do well in Phoenix of all places.
I know, right?
Yeah, because
There
it's
was one
a
in
hot temperature thing. Yeah.
yeah, they got one open in Gilbert, and then there was one way south of the 202 in like Chandler, but all those and even the Tempe one have closed. There are two left: Super North Scottsdale and Super Northwest Phoenix, but those are the only two left. Yeah.
Where was the one in Gilbert?
Let me look. It was like I think it was like downtown Gilbert Road. Oh, you know what?
Oh, gotcha.
I
would have hit that up.
I don't know.
The hard thing was I lived in Gilbert, but like I could get to Santan Mall real well, but I couldn't get to downtown Gilbert as easily, but it was still worth going to.
Yeah. It was
I miss Phoenix, man.
Right. Yeah, Elliott and whatever this friggin' street is called. Whatever.
Yeah, that one.
Val Vista. There we go. Woo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man. They had so many good options. Like ice cream wise, even. Like what was that one right near the Santan Mall? It was like a Mormon brand. Mormons are really good at ice cream. I'll tell you that. Because they got to party somehow in the evenings.
I know.
What was it called? I hope it's still there. I'm gonna look
There's
it up.
There's a lot of Froyo. Are you talking about Froyo? Like a Froyo place?
No, it's definitely heavy cream, like ice cream.
Yeah, I'm not sure then.
It was right near the crap. Now I gotta look up Gilbert.
The mall, Santan Mall.
Yeah, Santan Mall. Map. Now I'm going to waste everyone's time, but I need to know the answer.
100% of our listeners are like, yes, the Santan Mall.
So speaking of which, what was there was a place. Yeah, there was a gelato place at the Santan Mall. Oh crap. What's it called?
Yeah. That's
Frost.
Still there. Yeah,
Frost.
That's still there.
That's money. That was amazing. It was okay.
Times.
Okay. It's called.
He found it.
Oh, looks like they also went under.
Yeah, COVID, man.
It was it's now a Twisted Sugar. It's called that, but it was like man. I don't know. It was good. It started in Provo. Ice cream company started in Provo. So that's how you know. They're serious.
I know, right?
Rockwell. You ever been to Rockwell?
No, I've never even heard of it.
Oh, it was good.
I've heard of Sam Rockwell. Is that the same thing?
I've heard of Sam Rapp. I don't know. We're probably not talking about the same person. But anyway. So anyway, how are we doing on time? We're good on time.
Yeah, we can talk about Sam Rockwell some more. Yeah.
Dude, I love Sam Rockwell. Did you watch White Lotus season 3?
Oh yeah, we're fully caught. We immediately that's a show that we drop everything and go full send on. Oh yeah.
Yeah, we were late to that. Season 3 was out when we started watching season 1. I liked
it makes
season
it more
3.
fun though.
Yeah. I was sad to see they didn't have a lot of Emmy wins.
Oh yeah? I don't know. I guess I don't really
what's her name? Britt Lower. She won Best Supporting. Or no, she won Best Lead, I believe. But who won Best Supporting? I don't know. But I feel like Walton Goggins' girlfriend deserved a lot more praise than she did. Because she was great in that show.
Oh, yeah. The girl with the adorable teeth and everything.
The teeth. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, she's awesome.
Yeah,
I love her. Yeah, I had to Google Britt Lower or however it's pronounced.
She was in Severance.
Severance,
yeah. Which you still haven't fully seen, right?
Oh, we're fully caught up on Severance too. That was a show where it took us a bit. We watched the first episode or two, and we never really got hooked. And then finally, we had 47 people tell us you have to watch it, so we just fully committed. And then once we got over that hump, we were like all in on it. Yeah.
Dude, season 2's ending. I loved it. I was like, this is good TV.
I'll have to remember. Don't spoil anything for anybody listening.
I won't spoil anything, but it's basically when what's his name? The Mark, his decision was not what you expected at the very end. And basically ditched someone for someone else, and I was like, "This is good TV right here." And
Nice. Yeah.
Mhm. So
Oh,
me and Heather were watching this is Silo.
yeah,
It's
we
Apple
watched that too.
TV. We're finishing season 1 right now. One more episode. And it's
Mhm.
one of those things that I'm only watching for Heather right now.
Okay. Yeah.
Because I am very like, don't judge don't consider my lack of enjoyment on certain shows as a judgment on you, listener, if you're watching the show. But I give up on shows pretty quickly. And the only reason at this point I'm watching, but Severance was a different one. Like Severance, I was into. Like I was like, I want to see what happens next. But like Silo, I'm like, all right, we'll see how this season finale goes. But
Silo, yeah, I think Sam was out at the end of season 1. Sam was like, not really feeling
yeah.
it, but I was like, I'm liking it. I'm gonna watch season 2. And I think it coincided with like when we went to New Zealand or something. So I was able to
Nice.
power out like an entire season on the plane.
Oh, gotcha.
And honestly, season 2 wasn't any better or worse than season 1.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Great.
Oh, one more though. Because it's an A24 movie, you got to mention, because you love A24 movies, right? Mickey 17. Did you hear about that one?
No, it looked good.
Yeah, it was pretty good. It definitely wasn't like a good movie, but it was super fun. And what's his face, the Twilight guy that is the main character,
Robert Pattinson.
Yeah, Edward Cullen. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
He did a really good job. I think he's a
he's
a really great actor.
Yeah, he seems like a good actor.
Yeah.
Speaking of A24s, do you ever see Ex Machina?
Yeah, for sure. But like once and a really long time ago.
I like that one. I watched it somewhat recently and I was like, this was a cool ending.
I should probably give it another shot.
Not what you might expected. Yeah.
The guy who's the CEO guy, or
Oscar Isaac or something.
Oscar Isaac. Yeah. I think that was my first introduction to Oscar Isaac. I didn't really know who he was at the time. Yeah.
Wasn't he already in like don't you like Star Wars?
Yeah, but I want to say Ex Machina was before Star Wars, I think.
Oh wow.
Otherwise, I totally would have like knew who he was and really
honed in on him. That makes sense.
My guess is Ex Machina came out like a year or two before Star Wars. Yeah, but yeah, Sam and I are
2014
for Machina.
Yeah.
And episode 7, dude. The opening for was it? Yeah, it's episode 7.
Yeah, it was
right?
2015. You're right.
Oh wow! Look at me! Yeah. Look at me! My memory on some things.
Was that recent?
Did you see the newer Star Wars trilogy? Do you know them very well?
I saw the first. I think I saw The Force Awakens, and I was disappointed. But I'm not a huge Star Wars fan.
Yeah. The opening on it, there's this line where friggin' Oscar Isaac, there's like this like tumultuous scene, or like something is about to happen, and it's the bad guy coming up to Oscar Isaacs. They're like face to face, and then like to totally just break the tension, Oscar Isaacs' line is, "So who talks first? You talk first? I talk first?" It's it's like one of the first lines of the whole movie almost. It's just it's great.
That's funny. Make it a little light.
Yeah, for sure.
He's talented.
Yeah,
he's talented, man. Yeah, so that's cool. All right, let's get into history soon. We're talking TKO from Rare Character. But before we talk TKO, let's send it to a quick break. All right, we're back. Some quick notes to get to. Hey, we've been talking to Driftless Glenn. We got a cool sticker going. We got 2 stickers going, apparently. Yeah. And they're going to be bottling our single barrel very soon. And by our single barrel, I mean their single barrel that we were able to taste and put our name behind, but it's really theirs. But it's kind of cool because we thought it was dope. So keep an eye out for more information on how maybe you can get one in the future. And then we're going to talk, I mentioned earlier, drink along samples are getting couriered out soon. So keep an eye out. If you're not on Patreon tier, $10 or more, maybe you should be. It would help us out, that's for sure. But really, like, I don't know. One of our greatest listeners, Dramhound, he did math before I did. And we're not exactly like making money off of Patreon, but we're like building our community at this point. That being said, do we regret it? No. We get to share amazing pours with you guys. So that's all I'm saying. Is that like maybe we're not expecting to be super profitable, but we do love at this point in our process. We enjoy building that community. So thanks for those who already are part.
Far from being not worth it. Incredibly far from being not worth it. Yeah. Even if Cole and I are chipping in our own money a little bit, it's so much fun to do all this with everybody.
Absolutely. All right. Rare character, TKO. Can you hold the bottle up again, Brian?
Yeah.
This is definitely not our first rare character on the podcast. But the funny thing is we've only done one technical episode, and not technical knockout, technical episode. That's funny. I like that joke even more after I said it. I'm like, that was good.
Yeah. Just give yourself one of these, a little pat on the
back. We've actually done one Brook Hill on the podcast, which is a high-end rare character blend. Or not a blend, it's a single barrel. That was for episode 296, almost at this point. Closing in on like 90 episodes ago.
Wow.
And then in August 2024, we did a rare character exceptional series malt whiskey, which we did a re-entry buzz on. That was season 6, episode 6. That we loved it on that re-entry buzz. We thought it was one of the best. We thought it was the best pour of 2024 when we did it.
Yeah.
So
for sure.
So let's just cover some rare character company history for today's episode. We've done it once before for the Brook Hill episode, but I thought I'd keep it pretty fresh. So this was founded not that long ago. At this point, it was founded like 4 years ago-ish by a guy named Pablo Moix, M-O-I-X, and Peter Nevenglaski. Nevenglaski, I'm going to go with.
Actually, I think that was correct there. The second way.
It sounds better, yeah. The idea grew out of their shared passion for rare whiskeys and an unmet demand in the American whiskey world for bold, unusual small batch expressions. And now we're hitting this non-demand as much as it was back in 2021. Dude, it was blowing up. I mean, that's when you really got on board, was like 2020, 2021. Yeah. So anyway, Pablo, I'm going to go with Moix, but I'm probably wrong.
I'm sure it's just Moy.
Moy? Without,
fine.
Let's go with
that's
Moy.
My guess.
Pablo Moy is known for his sharp palate and years of experience in the restaurant, bar, spirits world. Peter Nevenglaski's background is in developing premium spirits brands, including Drifter Spirits, which I didn't know anything about. So Rare Character is a NDP, non-distilling producer. They source barrels from distilleries across the U.S., mostly Kentucky, Tennessee, Indiana. Then they age further and bottle in Kentucky. Their core offerings include their single barrel series, which contains a rotating menu of bourbons and ryes with unusual mash bills, finishes, new flavor profiles. They also offer limited release / blended series like Rare Character Limited Release, RCLR, finishing series, something called Native Wood Exceptional Series, which we discussed already, and special small batch brands like Brook Hill or Fortuna. They work with that. So if you've heard of those brands, you've heard of Rare Character. Here's what sets them apart. They emphasize uniqueness and character, seeking out barrels that offer something different, not just consistent flavor that we get in most brands. Moy has said that he wanted to bottle, quote, odd or unusually whiskeys, approachably good, but with rare traits, unquote. Barrel codes and wax colors help identify mash bills, proof, distillation source, etc., making it easier for enthusiasts to recognize flavor profiles they like. Strong branding and storytelling behind everything. Cool art. Usually seems like kind of AI art on each label, including what we're looking at for this. Looks like some like whiskey wizard or something like that on this one, or I don't even know.
Yeah, I want to say it's it's like it's supposed to be Zeus. I want to say
Zeus.
There's
He's
some
the
sort
whiskey
of
wizard.
Yeah, but anyway, these single barrels with this art on it, every art piece is submitted by the people who got the single barrel. So Rare Character isn't out there choosing what goes on each of these.
So that's what confuses me, is they're so consistent though. Is there some oversight from a Rare Character where they're like, all right, we can't do a hand-drawn paint, MS Paint thing, but they're all kind of similar in style?
So I get what you mean, but no, I really don't think there's much oversight, if any. Because if somebody drew something on MS Paint, I'm sure they'd slap it on there. I've seen some labels that are just like dumb. Like it's just a bunch of donuts in a line and that's it.
Yeah, I've seen that one.
Yeah. But I think the places getting single barrels a lot of times don't really care very much what's on
so
it.
They just
So they just use AI to make a picture of a sloth on a cactus and like, boom, that's a label. Nailed it.
Yeah.
So I think the places getting these single barrels are the ones that just coincidentally they all kind of end up looking the same because of that.
No, that's good to know. They recently sourced financing from InvestBev credit partners. I skipped something. So yeah, labels are cool, playful packaging, emphasizing first releases and small quantity drops. Collectability definitely plays a role with this brand. But yeah, they recently secured financing from like over $1 million to expand their inventory and meet growing demand, which is good for especially where bourbon and whiskey are going lately. And from what we've seen in the industry, a lot less demand. They've revived certain historic brands like Brook Hill, for example. That wasn't a new brand. That was a revival of an old brand, offering 10-year, 11-year bourbons and ryes for Brook Hill, honoring older brands. They also launched the limited release line, which blends different barrels rather than just single barrel. It makes it a little more approachable, and usually it's a little cheaper when they do blends. So what we're drinking today is a TKO. It's a single barrel, but not every single barrel is a TKO. But I believe every TKO is a single barrel, from what I've seen. And it's one of the Rare Character's codes. It might mean technical knockout. I didn't fully look into why they call it TKO, but maybe it's something to do with boxing or something like that. That includes... Oh, yeah, that's just single barrel rye. So not only that, it's a specific mash bill from what I've seen. It's likely Dickel rye, which is, it's basically, it was distilled in Tennessee, aged in Kentucky is what they're saying. But the mash bill is 70% rye, 25% corn, 5% malty bees. It is a straight rye, though. So it follows good standards of aging.
Can you say that mash bill again?
70, 25, 5. Am I wrong?
Oh, that's right. No. You are right. It's just, I'm pretty sure this Trevor's bottle has a misprint on it and it says 75, 21, 4.
It's a collector's item now.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's a misprint because TKOs, from what I understand, every TKO is 70, 25, 5. So
yeah, that's what I kind of was getting when I was researching. It is, straight rye. So aging is, new charred oak. Not that non-straight ryes are not new charred oak, but you can get a Canadian rye and you can't get a straight Canadian rye. So Canadian rye doesn't necessarily need to be aged in new charred oak. But we know since this was aged in America and it's straight, there's no additives. And you can have a American rye that has additives, but you cannot have a straight American rye that has additives. So
Yeah.
it's a very interesting bourbon and whiskey law from 1964. Mash bill, like I mentioned, yeah. They're all apparently above 8 year, is from what I've seen. I might be wrong on that, but that's kind of what I saw. And what we're drinking today is no exception. 8 years, 2 months. Nothing too crazy in terms of age, but not little either. So it's a solid age. 8 years for a rye is a solid age.
Yeah, for a rye. Yeah.
Usually cast strength and usually kind of between 128 and 135. This one, like I said, as well, is no exception. This is 133.06 proof. Yes, down to the hundredths of proofs. But a hot and aged rye I can get behind. So let's see how this tastes. Bryan, I think you bought this for 130-ish.
Everything I've gotten has been fairly MSRP, so that
Nice.
honestly sounds about right.
I think
Especially
you mentioned that. Yeah.
Like I picked up a couple online, and so with shipping and everything, surely 130, 140 sounds about right.
That's cool. All right, I'm pouring mine out now.
Ooh, yeah,
nice
I need to
darkness. Not
that
too dark, but definitely not light.
You were talking about the barrel codes, and they really do. Rare Character comes up with these barrel codes, and they whimsically come up with barrel codes. I think they recently within the last couple months, came out with one called JIT, and they literally meant it to be just in time because the barrels showed up just in time, something. So nice. They called it JIT, just in time. So like I could easily see a world where they were like, dang, this rye is really punchy. Oh, punchy. Let's call it a total or technical knockout, TKO. So that like I'm willing to bet that's how this name came around.
Even though a TKO is technically not punchy. Right?
I have no idea, dude.
Isn't like
you tell me.
Yeah, I bet John Hughes is yelling at his car radio right now.
You know, I'll be honest.
I want to say because they call it a technical knockout. It's like I got to learn this. I got to look it up while we do it. But
so I'll be honest. I thought it was total knockout until you said technical knockout earlier.
Technical is official. Yeah. It is
a
way to win a fight in boxing or other things when one fighter is deemed unable to continue by the referee. So you're basically the fight's immediately over, not at the end of the fight, but it wasn't an actual knockout.
Interesting.
Yeah. Maybe, yeah, especially if they're not unconscious. So that would be like the standard KO. Yeah. Ooh, I like that nose I got. The first few ones, I was like, it's a little hot.
Yeah.
But I like
it's, I mean, I said something about it being punchy earlier. Every TKO I've ever had has been punchy. It definitely comes across as a syrupy, thick, heavy brown sugar and only just a little bit of rye. Like this, to me, the ones that I've had so far today reinforce the idea that these TKOs typically come across as a bourbon drinker's rye.
It's hot on the tongue.
Yeah. Give it
like my tongue is burning.
Give it many sips, of course. But because wait, what did you entry buzz on again?
128er actually.
That's right. Yeah. Okay, good. So you're in the right realm there.
But I haven't sipped it for a little bit.
The nose to me is brown sugar and very oaky cherry. I get a lot of oak on the nose.
I like that cherry note. You know, if this is Dickel Rye, maybe I should give Dickel Rye a chance. I don't normally give Dickel Tennessee whiskey a chance.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure this is the only Dickel Rye you should be giving a chance.
Yeah.
Oh, and by the way, to be very clear, there is, of course, no official word on whether this is actually Dickel Rye. That's just people's number one theory about where this actually came from.
Yeah. Who else is making ryes? And I mean, this is definitely not Jack Daniels, nor do I think they ever produce for other people. I don't think.
Right. Yeah, I have no idea.
I have no idea. But no, Green River is in Kentucky, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's another thing that is always said about the TKOs is that it was distilled in Tennessee, and that it was aged in a heritage brand, high profile rick house that typically results in proofs being very, very high. So like for a long time people were saying it's experimental Dickel rye aged at Jack Daniel's Coy Hill warehouse. But again, no way to confirm that or anything.
Well,
But
it's definitely not that because it was aged in Kentucky.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
At least partially. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So anyway, supposedly this was aged in a legendary warehouse too. I have no idea.
So it sounds like it's almost like a buff turkey thing going on, where like originally Buffalo Trace made it. It was aged for the most part at Wild Turkey, but then it was sourced to someone else. So maybe it's something like that. Who knows?
Yeah.
All right. Let me get some more notes. It's still pretty hot. Surprisingly hot for what I expected.
It is it's a very heavy palate. It's a spicy molasses palate. It's almost like a habanero molasses thing going on for me here. There's a bit of rye herbal stuff going on, but it's like maybe if I had to split my palate notes between rye and bourbon forward, it would be like 80-20, 80 bourbon, 20 rye. I do get a little bit of herbal on the back end rye, but most of my palate just gets saturated with bourbony brown sugar heaviness.
I'm about 50-50 here. I do get what you're saying with the bourbon, but I don't know if it's just the predetermined in my mind that this is a rye, but I'm getting strong rye notes. But it's also like beefy like a bourbon. Like that, those sweet candy notes are there, but it's also like a dense caramely note as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beefy like a bourbon. I like that.
Beefy like a bourbon.
Yeah.
Beefy like a hamburger.
Dude, I'm not a big whiskey with food guy because food just always ruins the whiskey for me. But there's one thing I will do every time. Every time I have a steak, I have stag. Stag and a steak are like, it's peanut butter and jelly to me, man. Every time.
You should do a venison steak, because like a stag with some stag.
I should, yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I'm going down the line.
You should be single, because isn't that a phrase? Going stag or something like that?
Going stag.
But you shouldn't be single because you're better off with Sam.
That's right. Well, I could still go stag to a party. I just wouldn't be bringing Sam. Yeah.
But Sam would want some of that stag. What do you call it? Venison. I don't know. She might not be that kind of gal.
No, she'd try it. Absolutely. Yeah.
I enjoyed. I haven't had venison in a while, but it's.
I'm not sure I ever have.
Last time I had it. Do you ever go hunting? You don't have to answer that long. You ever go hunting? Me neither. Never gone hunting.
I can't say I've really wanted to either. Like, as I've said before, I enjoy like precision sports. And like, I think I even said, like, I can't believe I never got into archery because that just seems like so it's all physical. It's all about me aiming and holding the equipment and whatever. And like, I've gone skeet shooting a million times. I love all that. But my desire to be like, okay, now that I'm all practiced with my skeet shooting, I want to go kill a deer. Like, that's kind of where I draw the line. Like, I don't
big step.
Yeah. I'm not against it, and like, people enjoy it, and that's cool. But you're not gonna catch me going out there killing a deer.
If like someone were like, Cole, I want to teach you everything there is to know, I'd be interested. Yeah. Especially, here's the thing. I've said this probably since day one of the podcast. I've always wanted to learn how to butcher an animal. And it sounds terrible. It makes me seem like a sociopath or psychopath or whatever. But especially a cow. Like, I would be so interested and what it means to butcher a cow. I don't know why. I think that's a precision sport right there. Is
Yeah,
like
right.
knowing how to take apart an animal, and like a deer would be a step to that, in my opinion. But then people are judging me right now. They're like, "Oh, Cole's a psychopath," but don't think too hard into it. Yeah,
sounds like
I just think that's such a cool trade.
Sounds like a healthy outlet for a psychopath. I mean, come on, like,
It's a way to stay away from the people.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It keeps the desire down. Did you watch Dexter?
No,
Okay,
but I heard about it. Yeah, I know.
He would always refer to his desire to murder as like his dark passenger. I think that's what he called it. And so he had a way of having that outlet, but like having it be like questionably for good, because he would only murder people who were doing terrible things. So it's like moral dilemma. That's kind of what the whole show is about.
I like that though. I should check it out. I heard good things.
What,
I hear it's one
murdering
of the
bad
top
people
shows of all time. Yeah, maybe it's not good for me though.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, maybe it'll feed some itch that I technically have it within me or something like that.
Yeah, you might learn something. You might learn how to dispose of bodies when next time you're in Florida. And yeah.
Did you add water yet?
Oh no, I need to. I'll tell you what I did do though, if I may, real quick.
Please.
I went down the line of all the TKOs. So I have 4 TKOs in front of me. I can say that they all meet the same palate, not notes, because there is differences. Some are more fruity, some are a little more youthy, a little sharper, but I feel like the herbal and brown sugar bourbon-y balance that I was talking about earlier is pretty consistent across all 4 of these. They definitely taste like they're from the same lot, some have a little more fruit and some have a little thicker viscous palate, but they're all very in line. I'm pretty impressed.
So, question, you might know this better than me. Was this a one-time bunch of single barrels and make never happen again thing?
Yeah, it was.
Okay, gotcha.
And so interestingly, TKOs, when they first started coming out, they were just as popular as any other barrel code. And people online were, there's a community, the RC Clubhouse, Rare Character Clubhouse, on Facebook. It's a community of people who, I believe, generally at cost, will help each other find barrels or bottles. And so somebody will be like, hey, my local store down the street has this single barrel coming in. Everybody who wants one, let me know, and I'll go buy 40 of them and I will get them all to your doorstep in one way or another. And at cost, and maybe a little extra for like all the boxes they had to buy and everything. But the TKOs were getting passed around in groups like that all the time. And then suddenly word came out that TKOs were like on their way out the door, and there really weren't very many TKO barrels left. And suddenly the value of those like skyrocketed.
Oh, wow.
Where they were like 130-ish. Now suddenly on the secondary market, they're showing up for like 250, 300.
Oh, wow.
For TKOs, because people loved them so much, and they suddenly realized there's an end to these. So I think it settled back down. TKOs maybe are worth the low 200s now, but they're still held a little higher regard than many other barrel codes from Rare Character.
I like the water pour, and it took me a while to love the palette, but I do love the palette too on the water pour. I think it's better actually.
I do have water in here now. I'm nosing. I think I get a little more fruit on the nose with water.
100%. Now I got to add a cube. Drop a cube.
Yeah, dude. Actually, that the water pour is nice. The the intensity, the burn of the ABV and everything really got toned down, and so a little more fruit came out. I went ahead and did 2 more drops of water just to see what happens now.
I overdropped it originally, and I was like, not a bad thing. Not a bad
Nice.
thing.
Overdrop.
Ooh.
Put it in overdrop.
I like the ice pour nose too. It might even be better.
Well, I feel like decent age, high proof rye, like very robust, flavorful rye on ice. Like, sign me up. That sounds like a great.
Yeah, normally it's good.
Where are my cubes at?
Yeah, it really takes away the burn in a really good way with the ice. Still a good rye. I don't know if it beats the water pour, but it's still a great rye. I would prefer this to the neat pour. The neat pour was just a little too provy.
Mm-hmm. A lot of oak on the nose for me with the ice pour. I say a lot of oak. I guess I mean the nose is way weaker in intensity, and kind of all I'm getting is oakiness on the nose with ice.
Yeah, I think I like the water pour the best. This is good though. This is good.
The viscosity holds up impressively with ice.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It stays
I think that oaky note you were talking about, it does show up a little more with the ice pour for sure.
Yeah.
Over oaked.
Yeah, the ice isn't really bringing out anything on the palate new for me. It's just kind of like not hot. Classic. Ice tone it down a little.
It's good. Huh. Now I got to start thinking of my rating.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, I think I got to decide between water and neat. But ice is clearly last place, as is tradition.
Especially with that oak showing up too much.
All right, how about this? Here's a question for you. Has your opinion of rare character changed with this pour?
No. I'm not surprised they would put out something like this. It's good. I mean, this is good. This is good stuff, but it's not, I mean, from my experience with rare character, nothing except for that weird malt whiskey that we had, which only blind were we blown away by it, which is fine. I'm down to say it was amazing because we drank it blind and we loved it.
Yeah.
It doesn't surprise me that they'd put out like something like this. It's good. Yeah, I mean, it's good. I want to say this is like on a rating scale of the numerical rating scale. I'd give this like a 9.0.
Yeah. So
really
it hubbed your what's.
It barely hubbed my what's. Doesn't surprise me they put something out like this, but it's also not blowing my mind. It's surprising me, but it's not rocking my world.
Yeah.
That being said, would I pay $130 for this? I would pay $80 for this.
Oh, okay. Answer. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Another thing I meant to say earlier when you were doing the explanation about rare character earlier, you mentioned some of their products and you mentioned the limited releases, and like the limited release, like rare character, they are so good at marketing. Like, I think that these guys are just geniuses when it comes to marketing. And I feel like they developed a fanatical fan base. Yeah. And then now they're in the process of getting that fan base to buy everything that they put out. And like the Brook Hills, their Brook Hills are pricey. I paid when Brook Hills were brand new. I'm not sure if it was the very first one, but the Life of Lux one that I got, thanks to Jonathan Moore, by the way, it was good. But I paid $300 for that. And at the time I was like, oh my gosh, like, what am I doing? It was the most I'd paid for a bottle ever. But I was like, it might be good. It might be fun, good for the show. It's a brand new thing. So, and then now it turns out those Brook Hill bottles, like those, some Brook Hills go for like 500, 400 to 600. Like Brook, and I'm not even talking like secondary value. I'm talking like if you caught it at a store that doesn't mark stuff up terribly, they're gonna have Brook Hills for anywhere between 300 to like 600, depending on age and whether it's a rye or a bourbon or whatever. So it's like, the rare character guys, they're putting out all these releases, and they're like, they'll do like their premium line or their premium line, like the Brook Hill stuff, and they'll price it at whatever they want, and everyone's going to gobble it up because they have like a friggin' rabid fan base. And then now my rant's not over. Cut to the limited release now that I mentioned earlier. It's essentially their batched product. And I mean, tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong in the comments. But like these limited releases, they've taken barrels. I think they've blended. Again, tell me I'm wrong. But they're coming out with these batches every year. So like the 2025 batch 1, batch 2, batch 3. And they call it a limited release. They put a frankly very beautiful artwork on it. I have a limited release rye and like I love the artwork on it. It's very like Utah arch with a starry sky. It's gorgeous. And that was the one that I got to just give it a shot. But they call it a limited release. But then it's like flood the market with it. And they're year by year, the number resets. And for 2025, they're up to 11. Can you believe it? The 11th batch, 2025 batch 11 is coming out now. So
but they're selling.
Yeah, man, that's a longer than normal rant from me. But to summarize everything, the point that I want to get across is rare character marketing geniuses.
I mean, we don't even get them in Virginia. They still haven't hit Virginia.
Not at all.
Not surprising, but yeah, as far as I know,
Interesting. I would have thought they were fully nationwide by now, or like as nationwide as Dang. I better rate this thing though. Yeah. Unless you have, do you have any follow up to my insane rant? Yeah, just let it go.
No, it's good. No, I mean, I think you're probably right. And like, it reminds me of like some of these brands are doing fantastic work with whiskey, but they're doing even better work with marketing. And I will give a shout out to one of our favorite people, Chris Riesbeck. And what they're doing at Found North, yes, they have a fantastic product, but they're not spending a cent on marketing. But what they're doing is they're basically like people like us, like creators like us. They're just sending us free whiskey. We'll review it, and like oodles of people will review it, and then that's how they market, which I think is brilliant, because that's the way to sell whiskey, is for especially rare whiskey, is to get people to review it for you. And that's what they do. They don't spend a cent of money. They just send out samples of whiskey here and there. Yeah.
When the original Peregrine came out, and like the reviews
like
hit
1,500 on secondary.
I don't even remember what it topped out at, but like every Reddit review, just random people posting on Reddit, was 10 out of 10, 9.9 out of 10, 9.85 out of 10. Every, if you didn't give it a 9.6 plus out of 10, like you were the weird guy on Reddit who like clearly, I don't know, something's wrong with you. So it was just awesome how like when the original Peregrine came out, everyone was just fawning over it. It was impressive.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. All right, give me your rating.
Yeah, I know, right? I've delayed long enough. I've been thinking this whole time. What am I going to rate this? I do believe that this is better than average. This is better than good. So I think I'm going to top out here that it is well above average. Not quite making it to the point where I want to say that this is very good. I don't, it's a little too abrasive to be very good.
That's a good point.
Extremely solid, well-rounded, no substantial negative comment. Can't quite get there because it's a little too abrasive. But it is impressive in that it is a rye. I keep forgetting that it's a rye, but it comes across so heavy. I mean, okay, now I do believe, Cole, that you entry buzzed on maybe one of the most perfect things you could have possibly entry buzzed on, because that Parker's 10-year rye to me also comes across very bourbony.
Yeah.
So do you believe that I'm mid rating and I'm throwing to you again? Do you believe that pour and this pour are like kind of on the same level? And you're pouring more, so I'll give you a sec if you want. You just slammed it.
I think it's weird because this one's more bourbony than this one's almost like beam bourbony more than the other one is bourbony.
Yeah.
I think it's much more approachable, the Parker's Heritage. But if I were to say which one's better, slightly on the Parker's Heritage, but not by much.
Yeah. The weight and the heft of these of this pour that is a straight rye whiskey surprises me. I believe it's a well above average straight rye whiskey. This, other than Parker's 10-year rye, there is no other rye that comes to mind when I think about this amount of heft and weight to this pour. So I love it. I think it's a B+. It is a little abrasive, but a little water pulls out a little fruit.
It really does.
And some of the other TKOs, like the classified one, actually, I think overall classified is my winner here. And it's classified because it's barrel 007. So it's TKO 007. So that's why they got the AI James Bond on the artwork there.
Yeah.
That one, there's a little more fruit on that one, so it comes across a little sweeter and more approachable. But overall, these are hitting B+ for me. I think they clearly stand out amongst ryes. They're some of my favorite ryes, so B+.
Nice. I like that. All right, now that we've given our ratings, I think it's time for our next segment of the show that we like to call Whiskey World News.
All right, everybody, welcome back. This is Whiskey World News, and today I've got two things for you. First thing, Cole might be a little excited about. So here on Instagram from Coming Whiskey, we got the label of Traveler Whiskey Foolproof.
Foolproof, baby. I don't know, man.
That's what you were excited about, right, Cole?
That's what I was excited about. Love me some worst whiskey from Buffalo Trace.
Okay, I might have lied a little bit. I have three things. The first is not what Cole's excited about, but I just wanted to point out they're putting out a Traveler Whiskey Foolproof.
I guess they're selling.
Well, no, it sounds to me like they need to sell more. They're like, let's put this stuff out more concentrated because we need to get rid of these barrels. That's what it sounds like to me.
Yeah, it was not good.
Now, moving on to what Cole's actually excited about, we have the Single Oak from Buffalo Trace. Single Oak Project, the barrel number 80 that was decided as the winner of the Single Oak Project. This is finally getting put out. Yeah, look at it. Wait, what? That's how
little I have left.
After like samples and everything?
Yeah. Basically.
Oh, I feel so guilty now.
Nah, we're going to enjoy it. So I did one for the bar in Richmond.
Good.
McCormick's. I did one for my friend, like a 2-ounce sample for me and my friend in Maine. And then I sent one to you, and I had probably one other sip. And that's how low it is now. Yeah.
That's scary, man. Know that it is greatly
still above
appreciated.
the label, though. Yeah.
Good. Yeah. Yeah. Barrel number 80. It is bottled at 90 proof. And the official release, this, not what Cole has behind him, but the actual release that they're going to come out with soon is going to come out in 375 milliliter bottles. But you know what? If you want to read the back label, head on over to Coming Whiskey on Instagram. But we're all
good site.
We're intimately familiar with what the Single Oak product is, so I am not going to read all that. But now for the main event, item number 3 on the agenda is an email from Found North announcing Goldfinch. Goldfinch, first flight, newest whiskey in our high altitude collection. So this is a 15-year cask strength whiskey. So to read from the email here, we got the newest release in our high altitude collection started as a blend of 15, 20, and 22-year corn components blended with a 20-year-old rye. Consistent with our high altitude process, we re-racked this blend into 3 cask types: Sauterne, Cognac, and air-dried heavy toast char number 1 new American oak from Kelvin Cooperage. We left the corn ratio high, by the way, at 91% corn. We left the corn ratio high due to increase the viscosity and set a foundation of fruit that would respond well to the Sauterne casks. Following 3 months of further maturation, we reblended a selection of the casks to create Goldfinch First Flight. Sauterne is often referred to as golden wine for its rich honeyed flavor and golden color. 2/3 of the whiskey was finished in Sauterne barrels. Goldfinch name was a natural fit. A balance of vibrant white fruit and creamy vanillin texture define its character. So to give you the raw stats here real quick, 15 to 22-year-old whiskeys, 91% corn, that 15 to 22 year, 8% rye of the 20-year variety, and the always smidge 1% malted barley. Cask strength at 116.2 proof. It was matured in those Sauterne, Cognac, and New American Oak casks, and that was 2/3 of the Cognac cask here. It is non-chill filtered, which we all know is not the name of the podcast.
Come on.
For now.
Yeah, exactly.
Retail price $160 here. I feel like this is priced well for a high altitude first flight here. So 160 on this bad boy. What do you think?
That is a good price. That's for sure. I have a feeling I'm going to love this one. Why? I don't know. Maybe because it's like higher, not higher. It's not really that high, right? It's like 8% or whatever.
No, not at all.
But maybe in my dreams, Eagle Rare is 8% rye. And then I'm like, oh crap,
totally different though, man. If you've got a Canadian blend that's 91% corn, you're going to get a heavy, thick mouthfeel for sure. So
and that Sauterne finish.
Yeah. Now, a buddy of mine pointed out, which made it finally click in my head, that Hoverhawk actually was 90% corn. And now this is 91% corn.
Pretty
so
close.
I've got a line out to our buddies Nick and Chris on Discord here from Found North, asking like, how does this compare to Hoverhawk? So we'll see what they say. If you're on our Discord, you'll hopefully one of these days get to see their answers here the next time Nick chimes in on Discord. But it got me curious. So last night I started drinking through Found Norths, and I sipped Hoverhawk a little bit, and I sipped batch 11 a little bit, and I sipped batch 9 a little bit just for fun and everything. And yeah, Hoverhawk, with being 90% corn, I expected a heavier, more syrupy mouthfeel, but the thickness of each pour kind of came through pretty consistently for me. So maybe, I don't know. I'm curious how, if I'm gonna get the syrupiness that I want off this, because I want this Goldfinch to come across syrupy Sauterne bomb. So we'll see. I don't know.
They do a good job over there, and they're getting better as they go. So something's telling me it's amazing.
Hopefully. I guess we'll see.
Yeah.
They did say, media samples are going to get sent out after the
Yeah.
lottery.
Yeah.
So we unfortunately will not be able to give you a hot take on it, even on
Yeah.
Instagram or Discord or whatever, before the lottery happens. So sadly, you're kind of on your own to figure out if you want to enter the lottery or not. But like, odds are, Found North
Yeah.
Lottery, you want to enter the lottery. So you should probably
Yeah.
just go ahead and do that.
Yeah, especially with that price. It's not too bad at 160
True.
or whatever. Yeah.
Side note, since we're talking about the lottery real quick, the lottery on October 7th at noon Eastern, we will
That's
send the
next
lottery
Tuesday.
link. The lottery link will be sent to our mailing list. So you must be on the mailing list. Get on the Found North mailing list if you want to enter the lottery. You will have 48
Tomorrow.
hours. So
Yeah.
October 7 at noon Eastern to October 9 at noon Eastern is your window to enter the lottery.
Nice.
Yep.
So by the time this episode comes out, it's the next 2 days.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. So hope you listened to this earlier in the week.
Yep.
All right, let's move it on over to what whiskey would you choose? Last week we asked you, if it wasn't called Chill Filtered, what should it be called? If we were going to move away from that name.
Yeah.
So too early in the week, we don't have the results yet, but shout out to Adam, right? Was that?
Yeah. Mortarbox Media.
Yeah, we had a reach out on Instagram from Mortarbox Media, the original co-host of the podcast. Adam reached out, and he said, frankly, he was surprised we kept the name, or that Cole kept the name.
I didn't even consider changing it when he dropped off.
That's funny.
Yeah.
That's funny that simultaneously you wouldn't have even considered it, and then he was also probably like, yeah, he's probably going to change the name.
Yeah. No, it would have been like, because we had this following at that time that I was like, I feel like if I changed the name, it would like lose this following. But at this point, we're like 7-8 years in, and now I feel like it'd be even harder to change. But
yeah,
maybe that'll make our listenership, explode if we just changed our name.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say, maybe now it's less of a following and more of like a group. Like, we are the people who
community
have been following, like, are like part of the group now. So I feel like it would be very easy to bring this following to wherever we want to go. Not that I'm super advocating for a name change or anything, but I'm down for whatever you want to do. So but now I have a question for all of you, and that question is, okay, this is very strategically worded. Let me read it exactly how I wrote it down.
Bring it on.
Does hearing 4-grain blend or 4-grain mash excite you?
Wait, did we have any write-ins from last week though?
Last week, we did. We got a write-in from Mingo. I'm going off memory here. Okay. Mingo wrote, he suggested just the name straight up Dram Dads, which sounds pretty cool.
Nice. Like Dram Hound and Dram Pup.
Well, I know, yeah. There's a lot of and the drums and drams, and like drams is a common thing. So, but anyway, Mingo stuck out of my mind at least. But we'll give it some more time. There's some more time for some write-ins. So, yeah, we'll report back later. But so I want to know, when you see a bottle, if you see a bottle that says 4-grain blend or 4-grain mash, anything to do with 4-grain, are you ever like, ooh, like, oh, that's interesting, I like that? Because I need you to tell me if good 4-grain whiskeys exist. I've tried some, but the ones that I've tried are like NDP stuff. Like, well, I guess Penelope used to be an NDP before they were owned by MGP technically. But like Penelope has a 4-grain. I think like I've seen like Nulu 4-grains and stuff, but I've just never had anything where I'm like, oh wow, this 4-grain, it really is interesting. So I need you to tell me, Cole, and everyone else listening, what's a good 4-grain?
E.H. Taylor 4-grain. That was amazing.
I should have known. Yeah.
That's the only
So
4-grain that's like been like standout to me. But then again, it is an E.H. Taylor special edition from 2017, 2018,
yeah.
both years. So that's why I'm like, yeah, it was great.
So
Especially
the last
2017.
time the last time you would have had that, would that have been in the
Mhm.
2017, 2018 range?
I think I finished the bottle in 2019, 2020, maybe. Yeah.
You had your own bottle of it?
Yeah. I traded
That
for it.
oh yeah.
I traded a
Birthday.
yeah, birthday bourbon 2016 for that one. Yeah.
So can you confidently say
Mhm.
that you think your memory of it is as good as you remember it to be now?
Well, I love pretty much everything from Buffalo Trace. So I do remember at the time, I was like, this is top 10. But that was in
Wow.
2018, 2017 range. But
Yeah.
um, I remember it being amazing back then. I don't know how it would
Yeah.
compare today. But then again, I love pretty much everything that comes out of Buffalo Trace. So
Well, yeah, and like Season Wood obviously stuck out in your mind big
yeah.
time. And then
hmm
I fortunately was able to try that thanks to you. And I
hmm
was supremely impressed
Yeah.
because I was like, okay, it's like a E.H. Taylor. Like, how good could it possibly be? Actually,
It
pretty dang
could.
good.
Yeah.
How much is left in that one? Dang, cool. You
That
chugging it
one's
back there?
that's a hat.
It's like, wait,
That much. You see it?
like, wait, has Beck been into that? Like, what's going on here? Yeah.
Dude, that's the thing, is like you want to share it with everyone once it's open. Hence Fondia.
Yeah.
So
That's my beacon, which is half gone
oh
already.
wow.
And next to that, just barely out of frame, is my Parker's, which is easily
I was
2/3
literally
gone.
about to ask about that. Wait, how much
Yeah.
is it?
I'll show you.
Yeah, please. But you got two now, right?
Well, yeah, thanks to you. But
Yeah,
yeah, so
right.
my Parker's 24 year. Look at this right here.
But that's nice. When you have a full
I
backup, that's pretty
know.
sweet.
I know.
Speaking of which,
Yeah, and I may or may not
uh-huh.
have a full backup on the beacon too, actually.
Nice. But speaking of which, I got your Christmas
Oh,
gift already, which we've
that's
talked
right.
about individually, like separately.
Yeah,
But I'm really excited about it.
I
Do you want a
know.
hint?
Do I want to hint?
Yeah.
Honestly, no.
Sweet.
I'm good. I'm good at like I respect
Uh-huh.
secrets. Like if
hmm
you sent me that tomorrow, like
Yeah.
I wouldn't
You
even
would hold
look.
on to it. Yeah.
Absolutely. Like
Yeah.
I'm good with that and I enjoy the surprise and I want to be in the moment when I open it and
hmm
have no idea what it is. So no, do I want a hint? No, not at all.
Nice.
Sorry listeners if you wanted a hint.
Nice. I'm excited about it. I
Nice. That's cool.
very excited about it. When I
Yeah,
saw it, I was like, oh, yeah.
I didn't even, frankly, with the unicorn auctions lately, I haven't
hmm
even been like, I'll tell you what I'll do. Every week, I at least like search Found North, I search
hmm
Parker's, I search Wilderness Trails and
Yeah.
Sagamore just to see it, to try to find like some like interesting, oh no, I got Siri keying up on me now.
Uh-oh.
Um, so anyway, I search some very targeted things on unicorn auctions, but I really don't just like scroll the whole thing to see what's on there.
hmm
So I have no idea what it could possibly be. All I know is that it was on unicorn auctions.
Here are my go-to searches on unicorn auctions.
You got them all written down? Let's hear them.
Ardbeg. Anything like really cool Ardbeg.
Yeah,
Parker's Heritage. 1990,
of
because
course.
that's the year I
Yeah,
was born.
I do the 86
Seasoned.
search. Oh,
Uh, William LaRue Weller, specifically looking for the 2021.
hmm.
Eagle Rare 17, specifically either looking for the 2016 or the 2024.
Yeah.
Because 2016 is the one I haven't had of the older years. I've had 2014, 2015, but I don't think I've had 2016. Single Oak Project, of course, it's on the list.
Yeah.
Abraham, as in Abraham Bowman, which there is this Sweet 16 on this guy, and it's probably like, yeah, it's already $1,500 for the Sweet 16. I'm like,
There
I'm
was
out
one
of luck.
last week. Did you see where it ended?
No.
I want to say it was like 2,400. That's where it
Holy
ended last
crap.
week.
I can find out in a moment. Sweet. But anyway, and then after that is Glenn Grant. Oh,
Yeah.
wow. $2,700 for a Sweet
Wow,
16, and I got rid of 2 of them. I didn't get rid of 2 of them. I traded one for a cured oak, and I sold the other, and I should have just held on to it. Not only should I have just held on to it, I should have just drank it and enjoyed it, because it is one of the greatest things I've ever drank it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Yeah.
So I know what you got me.
75.
What
Go
you
ahead,
got
sorry.
me has to be one of those. Clearly, what you got me.
Dude, could you imagine? Oh, my, you've had it too with me at the
Yeah.
bar, and
Well,
it was
wait,
just
Sweet 16?
Yeah, we tried it at McCormick's. Yeah.
No, not McCormick's. We tried it at
Oh yeah,
Bowman.
as well as at I want to say no, maybe we didn't. No, we had to have tried it at McCormick's as well.
I don't
Maybe we
think
didn't,
so.
but we definitely tried it at the source. Yeah.
Yeah, you must be thinking of somebody else. Your other co-host was that
your other co-host. Yeah.
You were talking about you do the 1990 search. I do the 1986 search for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And buddy of mine on Discord grabbed the Bruichladdich 1986 JPEG with some numbers afterwards. You might have seen his name floating around.
I know JPEG. He got
grabbed
me my Willet. Yeah.
Oh yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Well, he got me the Kings County Mega Hazmat. But anyway, he snagged the 1986 Bruichladdich special single vintage release or whatever.
Wait, so did you drink it at that yet?
He's gonna send a sample my way for sure. Oh. It's like 20 high 20s or 30-year like fully matured in sherry butts. Like it's
drive me nuts, man.
The sherriest of sherry bombs supposedly. So he's
meandering and sherry butts.
Meandering and sherry. Yeah, I could do that all day. But what I was saying earlier was you do the 1990 search, I do the 86 search. What I found I think it was just last week, there was an Eagle Rare 17 from like 2003 or whatever.
It was
do
old.
The math.
Yeah, I want to say
it was distilled in the summer of 86. So like that batch of Eagle Rare 17 was distilled when I was born. So if I bought that year of Eagle Rare 17, that would be distillate from when I was born. So
that's
that
cool.
that might be a someday need to grab too.
That only sold for $1,380.
I saw that. Because I had put it on my watch list and but $1,380 and
I've
then you
spent
add the
more
fees.
on an Eagle Rare 17. Sorry to cut you off.
No, you're good. But like add the fees and everything, you're talking 1,700, 1,800 probably after fees and everything. Like not a chance I could ever do that. I'd need to pad the piggy bank if I was going to do something like that.
So that was like the 3rd edition, though, if you think about it, of Eagle Rare 17,
which is just extra cool, man. Totally.
That only sold for I get the fees and everything, but I've spent about that for a 2014. So
what was it? 1,380. I feel like fees are usually 20%. So 1,380 times 1.2 is 1,656. Wow, that's very obtainable. Dang, I should have done. No, I'm kidding.
You should have. Easy money. There'll be another one showing up.
Yeah. Emma can go to college for one less year or something. I don't know.
Just get her to get scholarships, bacon scholarships.
Yeah, I'll tell her daddy needed to buy whiskey, so you need to get scholarships for.
I mean, her mother spent a lot of time in the what do they call it? API, Asian Pacific Islanders, or whatever it is. And therefore she's somewhat, I don't know, this is going in a weird realm now.
You're trying to say she's a minority.
Sometimes based on where you're from, you can get better, what do you call it? Scholarships and stuff like that. So
that's so funny.
Play that card.
My mother was
a Pacific Islander, but it's really not the case. I'm sorry for everyone I've offended with that. and I'm backing out of that joke.
You know, the funny thing is, you said API, and I was like, what is it? Applications program interface? I don't know, something like
I don't know.
I was thinking like programmer-y stuff.
She's a
and like
programmer. Just teach
like
her.
Sam, like developing like the visual aesthetics of like interfaces between web page something. I don't know. I'm not a marketing person, but I was like, how do you know so much about this? How do you know so much about APIs, Cole?
No, I just walk myself into a dumb box is what I do.
Nice. All right.
Yeah,
Well, you know what the best way to walk out of a box like that is? Talk about what we're drinking next week.
Yeah, let's do it.
So
do we have an
I'll tell you
idea
what
yet?
Well, so I wrote down next week, like what sounds
Okay.
good to me, like some kind of high-end scotch. Like I haven't had a good scotch in a while. That's what I want.
All right, I'm gonna look at the at our database real quick, and I'm gonna
the scratchy list. Pull up the scratches.
Yeah, I'm gonna pop off or clear and just pick scratches. All right, so we got what do we got? Oh, I gotta delete these or no, undo. All right, so we got some,
dude.
We got some Kilhoman, Loch Gorham. It's not
we haven't done the Loch Gorham yet.
No, apparently not. That's from Ben.
Yeah.
Oh, and listeners, viewers, we haven't gotten this in a while. We do get it, but we haven't gotten as much as we used to, which is totally fine. We're okay. We're doing okay. If you want to send us something cool, we're down. We might not be able to do a full episode on it, but we're totally down to add it to our pool. And we, eventually it's going to show up on the reentry buzz. But if you really impress us with something, we'll be like, let's do a friggin' episode on this.
Well,
per example, Loch Gorham from Kilhoman 2021 from Ben.
From Ben Klopstick. That's sitting in the pool. Also, if you have something that obviously it's up to you in your decision on how cool you think it is, but if you send it to both Cole and me and you hide what it is on the label, you put a peel away label on top, we will fast track you on a reentry buzz, and we will say, this episode is brought to you by Wayne Scheel. Wayne Scheel sent this in. We have no idea what it is, but we're going to drink it right now. And then we
100%
rip the label off at the end, and then boom, that's a fast track way to get your stuff
to the front.
Yeah.
So here's maybe we should do a 3-way this year or this week, because Bunnahabhain 18 and Bruichladdich 18 have not been done yet.
Oh, let's just do that. I like the head-to-head, but what was the third you were about to say, out of curiosity?
It was the Loch Gorham. So Bunnahabhain and Bruichladdich 18. Yeah.
Clearly, I've waited long enough on Loch Gorham. I love the Battle of the 18s, though. Let's just do Buna and Bruch.
Okay. That sounds good. Sounds good to me. All right, vote this week on 2-Pick Tuesday. But I mean, with whiskey, would you choose Wednesday? But I mean, 2-Pick Tuesday.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. All right. I hope you guys had a good time. I hope hope you enjoyed.
Yeah, well, I hope that you realize, dear listener, that if you've got some random bottles sitting around and you're like, I don't know when I'm ever going to finish these, if you just bottle them up and send them our way, we will throw them in the pool and give you a shout out someday. So feel free.
And hopefully you can search our catalog and find out that we haven't done it before, especially on the reentry buzz. But that's the only requirement. Even with that, do it.
Is it though? Is it a requirement? Because
especially when it's completely random.
Yeah, because we have no idea what we're drinking. It's almost kind of fun to be like, oh my God, I loved this 6 months ago and now I hate it.
Yeah.
Like, oh, Wild Turkey Long Branch. This is so good.
That would be very cool to figure out. But don't do that, listener, viewer. Not Long Branch. Maybe Long Branch, but not everyone. So we're down.
Everyone.
Yeah. Yeah. That'll be a fun one next week. Yeah. And then hopefully, we're down for that. Like, send us something, we'll drink it. Like, it's as easy as that.
Hey,
shout out to Matt Gordon, my friend from Phoenix, who just sent us a Swiss single malt, which we're probably not going to do a full episode on, but we're adding it to the pool and we're going to figure out how great it is later. So shout out to that baller.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cole, I hope that you've been studying. You've got an exam maybe again coming up?
No, I decided to push back to January, so I'm gonna start
Cool.
studying next week again, which
Oh,
is
that's cool
scary,
that
but it's gonna happen.
cool that there's one in January. I thought there wasn't gonna be
Yes.
another one until, like, May or summer or
We
something.
thought so. We thought so,
Yeah.
but they're doing it 4 times a year now as of
Yeah.
this year. So
Well, good.
thank goodness for that. Yeah. I
Well,
hope that I pass it in
I do
January.
too.
But most of all, viewers, listeners, friends, family, and friends, frenzies of friends, we hope that our love of whiskey lifted your spirits.